Out on the African plains, it's hotter than a jalapeno in a sauna, and the tension is thicker than grandma's gravy. Two lion pride, both flexing their muscles and showing off their impressive manes. Lock eyes in a showdown to end all showdowns. The plains camp, male lions ain't messing around when it comes to showing who's boss. They strut onto the scene, roaring like they own the place, which, let's be real, they pretty much do. They quietly sneak up on this poor lion who's just trying to catch some Z. Like, come on guys, let a lion nap in peace. One of them jumps in from the front, while the other sneaks up from the back. Two lions square off, their roars echoing like thunder across the plain. At first, they're just sizing each other up, doing the whole "who's the bigger cat" routine. But then, one of them, feeling a bit feisty, decides to throw a paw into the mix. Eventually, one of them decides they've had enough and starts to back off, thinking maybe it's time to call it a day. But oh no, not the other one. Nope, they're not ready to let bygones be bygones just yet. Fang, our brave lion friend, finds himself in a real pickle as his enemies gang up on him. Here comes Callie's gang, swooping in like the day's heroes. They send Fang packing, disappearing faster than a gazelle at feeding time. And just like that, Fang becomes the stuff of legend, never to be spotted again. Now Callie and his crew are calling the shots, ruling the roost like jungle kings. It's a battle royale as two lions scrap for the affections of a fertile female. But at last, only one can emerge victorious. And the loser? Well, let's just say, he's sporting a rather crimson nose. Now, here you go with two prides of lions, each boasting 3 to 4 fierce members, going toe-to-toe in a cacophony of roars and snarls. It's like the battle of the beasts, with green bushes as their ring, and neither side showing any signs of backing down.
This is coming soon.
Three mighty adult lions square off against 4 spirited young lions. The odds seem stacked against the lone youngster as he faces the fury of his opponents. But wait, just when things look dire, one of his brothers leaps into the fray, briefly diverting the attention of the adversary. Seizing the opportunity, the intended victim makes a break for it, fleeing into the wilderness to live another day. A lion's mother love is a fierce and tender living. Her love starts even before the cubs are born. And here, you've got 4 fierce lionesses guarding their adorable litter of 9 cubs like they're the crown jewels. Their dad, Mr. Big Lion himself, decides he wants a closer look at his grandkids. Well, these lionesses aren't having any of it. They form a defensive line like they're guarding Fort Knox, not letting that old lion anywhere near their precious cubs. They're snarling, they're roaring, and they're not backing down for anything. A young lion, lost in the dark of night, lets out a desperate cry for his brother. Hoping for a superhero-style rescue. But instead of his bro, what does he hear? The growl of some big shot, a proud male, claiming his turf nearby. Now, our lion buddy knows he's gotta skedaddle, and fast. He's not sticking around to find out what happens next. So off he dashes, putting as much distance between himself and that territorial roar as he can, like a lion on a mission. Two prides are locked in a fierce battle by the side of a serene pond, surrounded by lush greenery.
Don't do this.
It's like a family feud turned up to 11, with siblings squaring off against each other and parents defending their pride with all their might. Three massive adult lions clash in a furious battle, their roar shaking the very trees around them. An adult lion asserts its dominance by engaging in a fierce battle with three cubs. With mighty blows and intimidating growls, the lion makes it clear who's boss. The lion's leisurely stroll morphed into a lightning-fast charge as his eyes locked onto a cheetah in his path. With lightning speed, he closed the gap and unleashed a ferocious attack, determined to make the cheetah his next meal. A mama cheetah desperately protects her adorable cubs from a gang of intimidating lions. With guts and guile, this cheetah mama shows she's not to be messed with. She's like a superhero, using her speed and smarts to outwit those big bad lions. And her cubs? Cuter than a meerkat in a bow tie, but just as vulnerable. As the lions realize they've bitten off more than they can chew, they hightail it out of there faster than a gazelle on roller skates. And our cheetah? She lets out a victory squeak, proving that love and courage conquer all, even in the wild world of African predators. A stealthy lioness, eyes fixed on her target, begins stalking a young female leopard who remains blissfully unaware of the impending danger. But just as the tension peaks, the leopardess senses movement. With lightning reflexes, the leopardess bolts into the safety of the thicket, leaving the lioness empty-handed. A lioness on the prowl, chasing a leopard under a ginormous bush. But wait, it gets even crazier. She rallies her buddies to join the hunt, turning it into a full-blown safari showdown. Then, in swoops the Big Daddy Lion, ready to seal the deal. There's a commotion under the bush, like a scene straight out of a wildlife blockbuster. But instead of waving the white flag, it pulls a sneaky move, lying on his back, like it's playing dead. Four young cheetahs had the upper hand, but the lack of teamwork cost them the prize. As they hesitated, the prey slipped away, leaving them empty-handed. It's a lesson learned the hard way. Teamwork makes the dream work, a skill mastered by the lion, the ultimate team player in the cat kingdom. With precision and strategy, the lions coordinate their attacks, like a pro football team, each member playing their role to perfection. Together, they bring down prey 6 times their size, like the formidable Cape buffalo. The two trick-heart males, strutting their stuff and making waves in the wild. These fellas wasted no time, soon teaming up with the Shishigang pride to form a formidable force. And let me tell you, they've done a stellar job, building a mega pride with a whole bunch of adorable offspring. With their stunning cubs bounding around, this pride is a sight to behold. These little bundles of fur are absolutely adorable, bringing an extra spark of energy and excitement to the pride's domain. A lion, king of the jungle, letting out a roar that could wake the dead. He's in the middle of his habitat, just chilling, when suddenly he spots someone in the crowd who looks mighty tasty to him. Now, before you run for the exits, let me assure you, it's all in good fun. This lion, with his mischievous glint, plops himself down and starts eyeing up his potential snack. In Kenya, a hungry pride of 11 lions set its sights on a rare target. A giraffe and her baby. These lions mean business, showing their determination to make this giraffe their meal. But not this time, with hunger driving them forward. The pride closes in on the towering giraffe and her vulnerable offspring. As the tension mounts and the chase ensues, the lions prove just how relentless they can be when their bellies are empty. An impressive male lion, with his majestic mane flowing in the breeze, mates with a young lioness right in the midst of her family pride. But what truly stands out is the protective and caring nature of the pride members. As the mating takes place, the lioness's mother and other members of the pride keep a watchful eye, ensuring her safety and well-being. A hapless warthog, minding its own business, suddenly finds itself careening right into a pride of snoozing lions. The sleepy lions snap to attention, their eyes wide with shock as they scramble to their feet in a flurry of fur and confusion. A male lion, brimming with protective instinct, launches a fierce attack on an intruder, only to realize in a moment of shock that it's his own brother. Talk about a family feud gone wrong. It becomes clear that this isn't just any ordinary encounter. These lions share a bond forged in the wild, with years of history between them. A lone hippo lounges in a pool when along comes a playful pride of lions looking for some mischief. As the lions start to taunt and tease the hippo, it doesn't take kindly to the intrusion. With a snort of indignation, the hippo launches into action, charging at the lions with all the ferocity of a protective parent. But the lions, ever the thrill seekers, see it as all in good fun, until the hippo unleashes a not-so-subtle warning. With a spray of urine and a toss of poop, the hippo marks its territory and sends a clear message to the pride. Back off! A coalition of big, burly male lions, strutting their stuff and vying for the top spot in the pride. Things start to get interesting when one lion plays dirty. He goes all in and threatens the cubs of his rival, like a high-stakes game of lion poker. These cunning jungle kings take matters into their paws to speed up the mating game and ensure their genes get passed on. Yes, they go ahead and, well, let's just say they deal with the cubs that aren't their own. Here, we've got a real catfight on our hands. A group of feisty female lionesses team up to take down a big, bad male lion. Now, you might be wondering, what could possibly prompt these fierce felines to turn on their own king of the jungle? Well, maybe this male lion was getting a bit too big for these britches, trying to rule the roost with an iron paw. Or perhaps the ladies just decided they'd had enough of his roaring antics and decided to show him who's boss. The female lions are leading their adorable cubs across this picturesque sand river, a sight straight out of a wildlife documentary. When they reach their destination, the prize carcass, all heck breaks loose. Suddenly, the tranquil atmosphere is shattered as chaos erupts among the cubs, and they start scrapping and tumbling over each other in a frenzy of excitement. Two rival lion pride, each claiming their territory in the majestic Kruger National Park. It's like a clash of titans, with one pride on one side of the road and the other on the opposite side, separated by a thin line of asphalt. But then, things take a dramatic turn as one bold lion from one pride decides to make a daring move. With a fearless stride, he crosses the road and enters the territory of his rivals, like a lion on a mission. A rowdy group of young male lions, strutting around the pride like they own the place. Their dads are getting seriously fed up with their shenanigans. You see, when male cubs hit around 3 years old, it's time for them to spread their wings and paws and become nomads. But these young guns aren't quite ready to leave the nest yet, and their dads are starting to show some serious "get off my lawn" vibes. It's like a lion version of a dad with a broom, shooing the kids away from the pride. We've got a real clash of the titans on our hands. The big, burly southern male lion versus the scrappy, nomadic upstart. At first, it's like the calm before the storm. Not a peep from either side. But then, out of nowhere, it's all kicks and claws as these two heavyweights go at it like there's no tomorrow. Dust flies, roars echo, and the savannah shakes with the force of their battle. Here we have a peaceful pride of lions, just chilling next to their hard-earned kill, soaking up the afternoon sun like the true kings and queens of the savannah. But wait, what's that? Two sneaky nomad males have decided to crash the party, looking to stake their claim on some new territory. You can practically see the annoyance on the faces of the pride members as they reluctantly rouse from their cozy nap, ready to defend what's rightfully theirs. The Ross male lions, those big shots of the pride, had decided it's time to give the boot to the young subadult male lion. The lionesses aren't about to let that happen without a fight. They've stepped up to the plate and managed to put a temporary halt to the Ross male's eviction plans. But let's face it, the writing's on the wall for that young subadult. His fate seems sealed, like a lion-shaped train heading straight for the eviction station. It's a harsh reality of life in the pride, where dominance and hierarchy rule the roost. A pride of majestic lion, ruling over their territory with pride and grace. But suddenly, their tranquil world is turned upside down by the arrival of an unexpected guest, a strange-looking hyena. It means that when hyenas want to make a big impression, they puff out their long brown manes and fluff up their creamy neck ruffs, making themselves look like the biggest, baddest hyenas on the block. It's like they're saying, "Don't mess with me."
Somebody saw it.
Now, which one did you find the most interesting? Do let us know in the comment section below, and hit that red subscribe button for more such amazing videos.